the new Mitihani House. Without much ado, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the CEO, Kenya National Examinations Council, Dr. David Njengere, who will lead us from there. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Frank. The Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Basic Education, the Chair of the KNEC Council, the KJSE, and other CEOs who are present with us today, the members of the KNEC Council who are present, directors from the Ministry of Education, staff from the Kenya National Examinations Council, members of press, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
On behalf of the KNEC management, I wish to welcome all of you for this low-stakes boardroom release of KJSE results. I think this is the first time that we are releasing the results in a boardroom. It starts to tell you that we are reducing the stakes in as far as KJSE is concerned. I will therefore make a few remarks appertaining to KJSE and the way it was administered. CS, these are the first results that we are releasing at the end of the junior school level for the grade 9 cohort, which is the pioneer class of the competency-based education system. And for the first time in the Kenya education system, we are reporting on the learners' achievement using a rich array of data that has been accumulated over a period of time using both formative and summative assessments. That's a major achievement in the education system in Kenya because in basic education, we have not used formative assessments before. The mode of the assessment employed approaches like projects, multiple choice questions, short structured responses, and extended essay questions. As an assessment institution, we are confident that the assessment of the candidates whose results you are releasing today will give an opportunity to every learner, and that is the spirit of this competency-based education, nurturing every learner's potential. So the spirit is that the assessment must be able to identify the potential the child has and allow that child to progress within the opportunities that will be provided in senior school. As you are aware, sir, we had a total of 1,130,587 candidates who are registered for the 2025 KJSE assessment. And this was spread out in 24,366 junior schools across the country. We also administered what we call a qualifying test to 2,032 learners in grade 9. These are learners who are coming into the country from other systems. They could have come with their parents from other countries in the world, and they required to be assessed because they had not sat for KJSE, or they are learners who had missed KJSE for one reason or the other. KNEC administered KJSE in 6 days from 27th of October to 3rd November 2025, and this was done alongside KJSE. We used 642 distribution centers, which we call containers. And in line with the basic education curriculum framework, the learners were assessed in 9 subjects. These were English language, Kiswahili Lugha, or Kenya Sign Language. Kenya Sign Language is for learners who are deaf, mathematics, integrated science, agriculture and nutrition, social studies, Christian religious education, or Islamic religious education, or Hindu religious education, depending on the religion that the learner follows, creative arts and sports, and pre-technical studies. A total of 185,689 contracted professionals were engaged in field administration of KJSE. These were drawn from the Ministry of Education, Teacher Service Commission, and security officers strictly only for securing the containers. This year, sir, we did not deploy police officers in the schools. And I want to take time to applaud the junior school teachers and the center managers because they conducted themselves in a very professional and patriotic way. We had no incidents in all the 24,000 institutions without police officers. It means our teachers can be professional if they want to. The marking and scoring of KJSE results. The council engaged 11,239 examiners to mark the structured questions, and they were hosted in 21 marking centers, while the machine scoring of the multiple choice questions was done concurrently here in the council. KNEC takes this opportunity to recognize the invaluable contribution of the examiners. These are junior school teachers. They were doing it for the first time, and it was very quiet across all the 21 marking centers. I'm sure you never heard of any incident. We want to thank them for being very professional in that process. In order to report the performance of learners as they transit to senior school, as guided by the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms and the aspiration of the competency-based education, the reporting entailed tracking the learners' performance through their learning journey. The results combined the following levels. First, KJSE performance reports. This is what they sat for when they were in grade 6, and that accounted for 20%. Their school-based assessment scores for grade 7 and grade 8, which accounted for 20%, and then their performance in the summative KJSE assessment, which accounted for 60%. Under the stage-based pathway, which is meant for learners who have profound special needs, for the first time, once again, CS in the history of Kenya, we administered the pre-vocational level assessment to 438 learners. And these learners, therefore, will be able to be prepared for the next level so that they become independent and they don't necessarily just remain in the schools, as has been the practice with the other system of education. Allow me to just make 2 comments about what KNEC is doing in preparation for senior school. KNEC has established county assessment hubs, and these hubs have drawn 5 schools from every county. These schools are supposed to ensure that we have continuous engagement with the schools after the retooling that was done by TSC. And if there are any issues emerging from the field, those issues are addressed without any delays. We are also in the process of allowing our teachers in senior school to access capacity building programs, which are going to be online. And all teachers are encouraged, actually, by next week, who are in senior school. They don't have to wait. They can enroll in the programs under this resource center, and their capacity will be continuously built in the areas of competency-based assessment. With those remarks, CS, I wish to invite the chair of the council, Professor Nyabundi, to make his remarks, and thereafter invite the CEO TSC. Thank you, sir.
Cabinet Secretary.